Alright, we are back for some more Industrial Village here with the Tammy. And she is making me a tool belt. Because I'm peeking. She made me the Tetra one. The rope thing. I don't like it. I like this one. I know how this one works. Do we got the stuff for a pouch? Yay! And there's the belt pouch. I need to make a... Did we get any anvils? We got no anvils while we were out looting, huh? Alright. Well, I'll make an anvil in a little bit. This goes... Oh, it takes the place of my quiver? Wait a minute. There's a quiver slot right there, but this quiver doesn't work with that quiver slot. And I don't like the other quiver. The other quiver that's going to go in that slot... if I learn how to spell, is this one. The passive skill tree one. And this one does have, though, there's a fiery quiver, there's an armored quiver, gives you +2 armor, there's a gilded one that gives you speed, there's a toxic one, gives you extra damage if they're hit by something poison, a critical hit chance one. The healer one is the one I like. It's 5% incoming plus 5% incoming healing. I think that one would be an interesting one to have. There's +5 to stealth, and then there's the bone, which is for mob loot. But the reason why I don't like this one is you have to craft it into... You have to put the quiver up here, and then put the arrows up there, and craft it into it. Where this one just passively picks up the arrows for you, and puts them in your quiver, so you're not getting a mess in your inventory. So I'll have to deal with that. But I like the tool belt because I can do this, put my hammer away. And whenever I hit R, it's right there, and I can hit to extract it. But I can also put my pickaxe away since I don't need it currently. And the more pouches you add to it, the more stuff you can hold. Right now it holds 2. I think each pouch does 1 slot, if I remember it correctly, so I'll probably be putting 4 of them on there, or 2 of them on there, so I have 2 more slots. And it does take levels to do it, unfortunately. We have enough iron, so I'm going to go ahead and start cooking up the iron for a anvil. Actually, we've got 52 iron. I need more than that. Might be able to get this done. Yes, I can. Alright, anvil. Put that there. Give me this back. Give me that back. And give me this. That. With that. It does take 3 levels. There we go. Now it has 3 slots. She gets some more leather. She can make me another pouch, and I'll have 4. Which is about the right number. But I can now put this up here. And put this down here. And I can put some shears over there. And I don't have to fill up my backpack with garbage. Alright, so we need to get this blast furnace done today. Which means we need to make more fire clay. This time we're not cooking it though. We need 68 of it. So give me as close to a stack as you're going to give me. It's going to be 63. That'll be 66, and that'll be 69. Everybody, shut up. I don't want to hear it. You're all bad people for thinking that. Because 68's better. And I'm not going into why here. 68 is an overall better number. Okay, so gunpowder. Did we get 68 gunpowder? I don't think so, because I don't think I killed any more creepers. So, let's make some gunpowder. Since I went and got... Oh, if I can find something around here. I can never find anything around here. She hides everything. The recipe for gunpowder at the moment, because I thought I knew what it was. Oh, it's only 2, not 4. There we go. Alright, how much gunpowder we got? 62. So that makes a stack. And there we go. That is the 68 that we need. And we just throw all this crap back in here. She'll do with it as she does later. And it'll make funny noises when you do so. So, gunpowder, glowstone, feather, fire clay brick. Now we need primitive ingot dust, which means we have to make the primitive ingots. So we have to cook up the primitive blend. So we need charcoal, clay, and iron ore into the primitive blend. And I believe I already made this. There's 64. Where's the other 4? I thought I had it all made. Maybe that's what that coal dust was sitting there for. Does this have to be coal? No, it has to be charcoal. Okay. Why do we have coal dust? So this and all of these. For anybody that doesn't remember how to make this stuff. With 4 of that and this stupid form thing, which makes no sense in this usage. And then we need 4 more clay dust. Okay, hold on. Why is it... Is that literally shaped that way? Does that have to be like that? Apparently. Alright, so there's our stuff. Now we gotta get it cooked, which apparently doesn't go in the blast furnace. It goes in the regular furnace for reasons. I have many questions. I don't understand things. Like why some things can't go in the blast furnace when it's metal. I understand that you need this to make the blast furnace, but shouldn't it also be allowed in the blast furnace? That's one of my questions. Okay, so we'll let that get cooked up. And the next thing we need after that is 68 charcoal dust. And you'll notice I've made a bunch of these forms. Or she's made it, not the forms. She made the forms. I made a bunch of the mortars because I'm figuring we're going to need it. And how in the world did we not have enough charcoal? I need 5 more charcoal. I took that. There's 1 coal, there's blocks of coal, there's flint. I need charcoal. Okay. We're not going to need that much, but... Oh, I screwed up. I put way too many into that furnace. That's why I don't have it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the extra 4 I'm going to need. So give me that. Put that up there. Put that up there. Alright, so there is our charcoal dust. So we now have all of the dust we need, except for the primitive stuff, and that is cooking up as we speak, and will be done in just a moment. So there's that. This in here. Get that done. And now we just gotta wait on these last few to get done cooking here. Cook. I got 1 in there and I got 7 in there. What in the heck did you just do? Oh. Went to the nether. Which gives us a fire resist potion. I could have had a fire resist potion while I was in there if I'd have looked at the quest book. Well, here, take the 3-minute one that you have and the 3-minute one that I have and turn them in to 8-minute ones. Because, yes, she made me 8-minute ones, so I can go back in there and play around a little bit. She can put some... glowstone enhances redstone times. So she can just throw some redstone in there and make them a bit better. Alright, so that is done. That is done. We can now finally get this done. Alright, so there is our weird dust recipe or quest. And now we need to make 135 blast resistant brick dust into unfired blast resistant brick and then cook it into blast resistant brick. So we need to take and look up this recipe first, which I am quite sure is using everything that we just had, and for some reason this is not working, and it doesn't tell me what ingredients isn't there, but it's the gunpowder, the charcoal, the primitive, the fire clay, and the glowstone. So, primitive, glowstone, gunpowder. Sadly, this table does not take from down here, so that part of it's not going to work. That's for the ingot. Does that literally have to be in that order? So it's fire, primitive, gunpowder. Why did he not make this a shapeless recipe? It would have been so much nicer as a... Yes, I will make sure I have That needs to be charcoal. That's one of the problems. There we go. So now if I do switch these, yeah, it's still annoying. There is that. Let's get another form. She may actually need to make us a few more forms. We may go through all of these. Okay, that is the fire clay. And then we need glowstone, primitive, gunpowder. Where's gunpowder? I know I made the gunpowder. There it is. And then the charcoal dust. And that leaves one left over. And that is all 135 we need for that. So now we need to cook up that. Oh, now we got to do the stupid forming thing, which is really dumb since we just used the form to do the thing. Can I mention how dumb this is? That we use the form to make the dust, but then we have to use the form to make it. It doesn't make sense. I have issues. Okay, so now we have made the 135 bricks. We have made the 135 blocks. Now we need to cook it, or bricks. Unfired bricks. And we can do this in the blast furnace. We cannot do this in the regular furnace, so unless she has another blast furnace in her pocket that we have looted for somewhere, this is going to take a bit of time. Did we loot any more blast furnaces? I know we made this one, but I think we looted a few. Okay, well. Okay. That means we gotta make more of this primitive stuff, though, is the problem. And unless we're gonna need this blast furnace for anything, we are gonna need them for the flux compressor. We do need them if we're gonna make the railcraft boilers. And we need it for a glass blowing hut. So there is a good chance we're going to need them, but I don't want to waste a bunch of iron on making more of these. Oh, we've got tons of, we got 2 stacks and 8 up here. We should be fine with that, but I need like 27 steel to make that into the better blast furnace. So yeah, we're going to hold off and we'll just pause here for a minute and magically have all of this done when we come back. Alright, as you can see, we magically now have all of our stuff done. So now, along with this being done, we can now make our 27 blast bricks. So, I already have these laid out. We are going to need, please tell me this is not 2 to 1. I can't remember if that's 2 to 1 in this. I really hope it's not 2 to 1. I know he's been watching a lot of Greg stuff, so, or playing a lot of GregTech stuff, so I'm scared he did this 2 to 1. Oh, he did do this 2 to 1. Stop looking at Greg's stuff. Alright, so that's done. I've got to cook up more iron. You know this works in GregTech packs when you have veins that are just humongous. It does not work as well when you have to deal with vanilla Origin and being so stupid. So I need to go grab some more copper. I didn't think I was going to need this much copper. I'm going to apparently beat the hell out of that thing. Let's grab this copper right here. I won't have to go down in the mines to get some. We'll just pull it out of the wall here. Which means I now have to cook up more copper and more iron. Some cobblestone. And we'll use that so we can just push everything right on out the wall. Alright, so that will give me 31 copper. We're already cooking up 27, which I need to fix that because I don't want to do 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I want to use an even number of charcoal, so let's do that. So I'm going to finish cooking up the iron and the copper here, and that means I got to get this out of here. So we need, I'm probably going to have to make another hammer at this point. I'm pretty sure this hammer is going to get busted trying to do this. There's 24, so I just need 3 more. That's what we need. There we go. That is our iron. Now we need to get our copper, which that means I need to cook more, so I'm just going to take that out of there. I didn't need to take that one out of there, but we'll throw that in. We can start getting that cooked up. And yeah, we might end up with just enough left of that hammer. Barely. Barely so. If at all. Okay, that's 15. And give me this copper. We can go ahead and use that. A little bit more. Gives us 18. And I'm going to go ahead and pause here, and we'll be right back when I have the other 14 ingots done smelting. Alright, copper done, and let's hope this hammer lasts. 5, 6, 7. Nope. Just as I thought, he's got it exactly timed out to where your hammer breaks when you make the blast furnace, so now you have to make another hammer to even be able to create the blast furnace. Either that, or I am just really, really good at being lucky at timing. There we go. Brand new hammer. We have our copper plates. We have our iron plates. We have our magma blocks. We have our nether bricks. We have our blast resistant bricks. And we now have 27 blast brick. So now that gives us this quest done. So we get an emerald and an iron coin. And this is going to give us slag. And we can use that to make concrete, which is what these are telling us. It's going to give us steel ingots, and we can reinforce our brick with steel plates, which means it's going to take 2 unless we get a metal press done, which we will absolutely be making a metal press first. That is going to be my very next thing to do, is making that metal press. Now, I can understand him doing the 2-to-1 thing if it's to force people into making that press. But I'm the type of person that I make the press anyways. I make 4 of them, minimum. 1 for plates, 1 for wires, 1 for gears, And what's the other one I make? Wires, gears, oh, rods. So I don't need to be forced into it. I'm going to do it anyways. But I know a lot of people will just create hammers over and over and just use them to make plates. And it drives me nuts. I guarantee you Tamara would do that before she'd make a machine to do it. If she could do it one for one and just set a recipe in a computer to do it, she'd do it. She'd write a recipe for the stupid hammer. She'd write a stupid recipe for the hammer to plate. And she would just waste tons of iron doing it that way, then build a machine to do it properly. So I completely understand some reasoning behind it, but it still doesn't make me hate it any less. I've always hated that recipe. Hey, I see where she's got our coins hidden now. Where is all of our coal coke? We had coal coke. Of top corner above the bookshelves. Coal coke. Got it. Alright, and I need to get some more iron into here. So let's get some iron in there and get that cooking so we can make loads of steel. And then I am going to make steel armor once we get loads and loads of steel done. Get out of this leather stuff. So there we go. Our steel is cooking. And like I said, we need to make 27 of that to make this improved, because you cannot automate that blast furnace. You need to improve it before you can do so. But we have now entered the steel age, and we need to get into making these engineering blocks soon, because that is what's going to be needed for all the things. And one of the other things we're going to be making, I'm going to make the press first, at least one of them. But we needed steel to do so, because if I go in here and we go to metal press, you need a heavy engineering block. And the heavy engineering block takes steel. Which I'm going to go ahead and hit A and put all three of these over there, because I will definitely be referring back to those recipes quite often, because I will be needing them. The light engineering is the same old regular light engineering block recipe. The iron sheets, though, you can't do the 4 sheets to a block. You need a metal rolling machine, and to make the metal rolling machine, you can't use a manual rolling machine. You need a power rolling machine. So we're going to have to get into this. By the way, I looked this up a while back, so I already know that. But right here it shows you. I'm not sure why it shows heavy engineering. Yeah, I have no idea why that comes before the powered rolling machine. Because you seriously need the power rolling machine to make that, unless you find there is a manual rolling machine that can spawn in the Railcraft village building, but I don't know if they'll spawn in this pack, so I don't know if you can find one in the wild for them that way. Why is the alloy kiln way down here? This is really weird, the way he chose to do this part. But, sure. We'll go with that. I'm going to be working out of turn very much here, apparently. This is what happens when you know the mod pack, the mod that the mod packs are made on. I know how to do IE. I do not need to be told how to do IE. I just need to know what things have changed for it. Anyways, we have our steel done. We're 30 minutes in. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. And I will work out what all we need to do for that. Hello. You know what? I just thought about something. Am I looking at that backwards? Before I sign the hell on out of here, I might have just been looking at that backwards. I'm looking at it that you would be coming from the engineer's workbench over to this and then down. But it's also connected to steel, which I'm not sure why the alloy kiln says that this does not need to be here. Now I'm more confused. Excuse me while I'm confused for a minute, but you do not need steel to make the alloy kiln. We proved that because we made an alloy kiln. It's right there. We could have made it on like day 1, 2, maybe day 2. But there's no reason that should be there. But that is there because you need to make the charge motor, which you need to make brass. And to make brass, you need the alloy kiln. And it's 1-to-1 copper to zinc. Wrong, but okay, fine. We'll deal with that. It should be like 3-to-1. You played GregTech, you know better. Obviously. But we need that to make this. And we need that to make that. But we also should use the engineer's workbench to make this, because this takes the steel mechanical components, and you should not craft them this way. This is wasteful. You should do it this way, where it's only 2 steel to 1 instead of 4 steel to 1. So I think I'm looking at this backwards, and you're meant to go through here. I'm just really confused why he designed this to have that there. I don't know. Anyways, we're making steel. We have our steel. We are going to have to make a few steel plates to make our first heavy engineering block to be able to make our press. Because again, we have to have this. I don't know if we can make this. Pneumatic cylinders needs compressed iron. Cannon barrel needs reinforced. And a pressure tube, you need plastic. That's not happening. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're doing it this way. So we'll work on making the powered rolling machine, hooking up the windmill finally, when I get some more copper mined in between here. We will get that done, we'll get the accumulator done, and we'll get the rolling mill done so we can start getting us a proper metal press. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.